Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a realistic eye using a normal pencil without using charcoal or graphite. As you can see, I have already sketched the eye, so now I'm going to fill it. See, I have started shading the first layer. I have to do it gently. Now I'm gonna take my dry brush. This one I took it from my sister, the one they used to put powder, or is it eyeshadow? If you don't have the real brush, you can use this one as well. Now I'm adding the second base layer. You have to do it gently, don't make it to be so. Now I am drying the shape. Now I'm gonna add the third layer, the darker one, the dark layer. Now, as you can see, I'm highlighting the pupil of the eye. I'm filling it. You fill the pupil. You have to do it gently. You have to do it gently because of the highlight layer that is beside it. You don't have to do it gently. Now, as you can see, I have already finished. This is head of USB, so I cut it and put cleaner inside because I don't have mono turbo zero. Because I don't have mono, don't have turbo. This one I made it inside. Instead of using monotone 0 eraser, I prefer to use this one. How to do it gently. Now I'm going to add a small slashes inside the eye. You have to be sorry because of my English. My English is not good, so you have to add small lashes like this. Then you add it and put some in the middle of the highlights. Add some darker. Now I shade it slowly. I'm shading it slowly. Now as you can see, this one is pen, so I removed the ink inside of the pen and I cut razor and put inside. This one is homemade eraser because I don't have Tumbo Mono Zero eraser. So as you can see, I have put paper on the eye because of the shade. If you didn't put that paper, I don't want it to spoil the paper. That's why I use in order to put my hand on it. This one, as you can see, I'm adding the eyelashes. This one is highlight of eyelashes. Now I'm finished with the eye. Now I'm going back to the side. Now I'm adding the paste layer. I'm doing it gently. I carry my dry brush. Now I'm adding the second layer. This one should be darker than that one. The pencil, you have to be putting more pressure because the pencil is not like charcoal. If you want it to be black, so you must press it. You must put pressure on it so that it will give you the result you want. You can see, because I keep doing it because of the pencil is not monotone. So now I am adding some shadows beside the eye, beside the eyeball. Now I shade it. Now I'll add some dark layer here. Now I finish with the left side. Now going back to the other side, I will do the same thing with the side I did. I will use the same method. Now I'm adding the paste layer. So I will carry my dry brush. You have to be drying it slowly. Don't put more pressure on the dry brush because sometimes it will give you some dark places. Now I must delete it. Carry my eraser. This one is the layer is inside of the eyes, the upper layer of the eyes, upper layer of the eye. So you have to shade it slowly. So I'm gonna add a darker shade here to make it look realistic. As you can see, I'm changing the design. Now I'm going to darken the sketch. So as you can see, I'm adding a base layer, the upper part of the side, the upper part of the eye, the base layer. So after adding it, I will carry my dry brush so that I carry my dry brush and dry it. I have to press it gently. I have to darken this in order to separate it from the upper. This one is the upper inner layer and that one is the outer upper layer. I have to darken it again. I'm just putting the second shade now, the second layer. See, carry my dry brush, I'm drying it. Now I'm adding a darker line to the sketch. So now as you can see, I am adding a dark highlight here. You see, if you are using this pencil, you have to be doing it more and more and more, because if you didn't repeat it, it will not give you the accurate result you want. You see, if to say I'm using charcoal, I would have done this place since. It will not take much time. But if you are using normal pencil, that means you have to do it more and more. You have to be repeating it so many times in order to give it. That is the only way you can find the result you want. So now as you can see, I'm still adding a black layer on it. still dry it with your dried brush. You see, I'm still repeating it again. This is the only way I can have the accurate result I want, because the pencil is not darker than like charcoal. So this one is the eraser I made with my pen, so I'm adding some highlight on the upper layer of the eye, so you can see just adding small highlight. So after that, this is the background, the upper part of the eye, so I skip it. So this one I use printer ink because I don't have that powder, so I found the printer ink, the powder, I mean not dry. So this is how I apply it. You have to do it gently, because if not you will spoil the upper layer of the eye. So as you can see, I even put paper in order to hide the eye. You have to do it gently. So after adding this layer, I found some small pieces of cotton. You can use tissue paper to clean it, but I use small pieces of cotton. You can use tissue paper, but I use this one to clean it, to reduce the powder. You can see I have finished with the upper. So now I'm going to go back to the down layer. So now I'm adding some shade here to remove that white. You have to darken this area thoroughly. And putting a dark line. So as you can see, I'm still going back. I'm repeating it again. So I will give you an advice. If you want to do, don't, for the first layer, don't put it so dark. You have to put it lighter, because of the mistake. If you put it in a dark and you do a mistake, you cannot erase it easily. But if you do it lighter, when you made a mistake, you can delete it without any problem. So as you can see, I'm still adding. I'm adding a dark shade. So after that, see the down layer of the eye. So the paper I am drawing on it is normal A4 paper. You can use another A3 or something, but the one I have is A4. It is the paper I am having available at the time, so I just used it. As you can see, I had a small highlight here like this. So I use my ink and dry brush to add some darker instead of using a pencil. So I'm adding a darker shade only. As you can see, I'm still adding. As you can see. So after that, I'm adding some darker shade here. Still I'm using the powder or printer ink, that is ink the powder still. You see, I'm still adding. So I put paper on in order to so I'm using my cutting. I'll remove the black. So you can use tissue paper to remove this, but me, I'm using this. So as you can see, if I remove the paper, you see how the eye looks like. So now I'm just adding a darker shade here to match all the, yes, like this. Now I'm going to add some small highlight here of the small highlight. Small highlights. And move to the other side and add small highlight too. This is the cleaner I made using head of USB. I cut USB and I cut cleaner and put inside it. So now I'm going to draw the eyelashes. So first of all, when you are doing the eyelashes, don't do it in a dark, do it lighter because of mistakes. As you can see, I'm just adding the eyelashes, so you have to do it gently As you can see, I'm still adding it. I have to do it later. So now I'm gonna darken the eyelashes. You can see it will not look so dark because I'm using normal pencil, not charcoal, but you can manage and do it with this one. Just you have to trace it, so you can see like this. As you can see, I'm still adding. I'm darkening the eyelashes. See, I'm still darkening it. So after doing it, you have to add a darker shade here in order to match it with the eye. You see, I'm adding it. So I'm drying it. This one is a mistake, so I'm arranging it. Now I will stick dark on the place. So you can see I have just correct it. Put dark in here. So after that I will come back to down. I'm adding the down of the lashes of the down area. So after this is, I just do it simple. This one is the guide. If you didn't do that, it will. Let's add some stroke here. Add black lines here slowly. This one, add some small highlight here, like this. Small highlight here, like this. So I'm going to darken the eyelashes now. As you can see, I'm doing it slowly. So you see, I'm adding some highlights in the eye. I'm adding small highlight here. And here too, I will add a small highlight in the eyeball. Small highlight. Small highlight like this. After that, so now I'm gonna move to this part. and shed some small stroke of place of where I can put my eyelashes. This one I just clean it, so you can use correction pen and do this highlight, but me I use eraser. I clean it. I will add some another here. I use cleaner, put this highlight. So I will add small in. So you see I add small highlight of the eyelashes. This one side I will add small highlight here and small highlight here. So this one is done. So thank you for watching.